Daddy, why did they build all those pyramids? Chapter 37, June 12, 2101 AD. Hail. Her grandfather now there was a real man, a colonel. Maybe he would take her on a trip to the Eternal Gardens over in the Congo. She so wanted to see the gardens. Once that other pyramid left for whatever alien world it would terrorize next, then they would go. She figured the pyramid would be gone soon once it ran out of provisions. The army remained in place, completely surrounding it, so nothing could be brought in. No provisions, just people, all idiots or deceived or both. Her mind started to move faster. When the pyramid finally left, she would find a new husband, not one who followed cults. Jim Jones, too, that's what the media was calling this Christ. And look how that ended. Well, Jim Jones and Christ were now alive again, both spewing out their same old song. They were all cultists. The world would take care of itself. It had for 5 billion years, and with Adolf Hitler now alive to guide them, the super race would evolve. She remembered she would need to dye her hair blonde. Evolution would continue. Natural selection would do its work, and the super race would develop. Once this evil pyramid left Earth, people could start having babies once again. Not one child had been born since January 1, 2100 AD. And as nobody aged, once they reached 70 years old, they would all live forever in Shangri-La. She grabbed her sweater, went to the garage, got her new platinum-colored Cadillac Brougham XTS, activated the garage door opener, and backed out of the garage. She noticed a brisk breeze had developed since Gans had left, and the skyline of Rio de Janeiro was quite dark. As she turned onto the main boulevard, it started to rain. She drove toward her mother's home 5 miles to the south. It now started to rain a lot harder. Soon she saw a bolt of lightning hit the ground to her left, and then the distinct rumble of thunder. It sounded so loud she turned to look in the back seat. She now began to hear the unmistakable pop of tiny hail pellets hitting her windshield and the roof of her car. She moaned to herself, imagining what the hailstones were doing to the beautiful platinum paint on her beautiful Cadillac. The pops grew more frequent and louder. Tiny cracks began to appear in her windshield. Suddenly there was a huge noise from her roof, jolting her and the car. She gripped the steering wheel tighter as she squinted to see the white lines of the road. She glanced to her right and saw a huge hailstone as big as her head laying next to her in the front seat. She broke into a cold sweat and swerved the Cadillac into a McDonald's parking lot. There were maybe 50 cars already jamming the small lot. Many of them she could see were total wrecks. She jumped out of her car and ran into the McDonald's building, narrowly missing getting hit by another huge hailstone. Inside there was chaos as the roof of the fast food restaurant was full of holes. Several victims were being attended to by other customers. The tall gentleman in the corner was talking to several others. She worked her way around the room and over to where he was. The aliens have modified our weather and by doing so are trying to eliminate us. I have a secure and safe bus outside. Join me and I will transport you to the Eternal Gardens where the weather is perfect and you will be safe and secure. As they all stared out the partially shattered window to see where he was pointing, a massive stone hit the bus square in the rear. A huge explosion followed and the bus was no more. Presently she felt a hand on her shoulder. A soft voice said, "Miss, please come with me." Turning, she expected to see a policeman, but instead saw a tall gentleman in a straw hat, shorts, and a t-shirt. "It's Mrs.," she said, "and no, I will not come with you. We're all going to die here anyway." "If you come with me, you will be safe," he said. She could now see his deep hazel eyes under the hat brim. "I've heard that story 100 times before. Nothing good ever comes of it," she heard herself say. Just then she felt a sting on her left cheek. She looked up to see a large hailstone smash through the drive-through window of the restaurant and land in the French fryer. Hot grease splattered everywhere, burning many in the restaurant. The stone gave out a loud hiss as it melted in the grease. She grabbed her cheek as she fell into the man's arms. He kept her from falling by embracing her. She stared into his eyes, now very thankful to still be alive. "My name is Barnabas," he said. "If you come with me, I can protect you. God is gradually withdrawing his protection from humanity. He wants everyone to know that without his constant protection, the world and the universe will always be in chaos. The only way you or anyone can avoid chaos is to come with me now. His voice remained level even as another stone shot into the play area and a little child screamed, as did all the big ones. My husband, he gripped both her hands firmly. I will take you to him, Barnabas said. But he went to the holy. Her voice broke. He held her right hand tightly and drew her toward the now shattered side door. To her own surprise, she did not resist.